Hey, you guys. This video is going to be about hero appointment. You've probably seen this come out recently, and you may not understand fully what it's about. It's just another thing that the game gives you to add and boost your stats, your base stats. Now there's amplification and morale and other stats that you can work on through collection sets, statues, sentinels, and things of that nature. But for the base of just your settlement and your base stats, the way the game first evolved is your infantry, defense, rider, hunter, attack, defense, letalities. Those are also important, but they've kind of been diminished in priority with the rollout of collection sets. But getting into this, you have three categories. You have defensive strategist, flag bearer, and then you have your vanguard. And we're going to go through each one of these. And then right here where I'm scrolling is just your general total global bonuses that you're getting from all three of these. And down here you have your bonus positions, which I haven't unlocked yet. And you can do that by clicking on one of the categories and then click on that category right here. And then you, with the five more coins, you can unlock the next level to reach to these bonus position bonuses. Defensive strategist is giving your hunter, rider, and infantry health stats. That's what that works on, and it's important to have those stats strong. If we look in, let's see, my reservoir rate here, we go into, excuse me, go into details. Here you can see where your defense and health come into play for your infantry. And if you see, mine was more than double my opponent's. And that comes from several areas. We tap on this. I made a previous video about tapping on that section. You can see where exactly you're getting your percentages from. I have 211% of my defense, infantry defense, is coming from my heroes. 11% is coming from the genetic recombinations of the genes on your heroes. Behemoth, research, and in your buildings and decorations, what we call the morale area. And then your chief gear, the dominator gear, that stuff. And then your VIP talents from your chief and through your line. So this just breaks it down for you. And if you're lacking in one area and you can build it through genetic recombination, that's good. But you can also build it and boost it from the hero appointment. Basically, you have 12 spinning plates and you just have to maintain them each. You can't just focus on one area. You have to kind of diversify your attention and your priorities. So for defensive strategists, this is just another way to increase your stats for your hunter, rider, and infantry healths. And then selecting your heroes is not your strongest hero. It goes by rank. So if you have generals and then lieutenant colonels and then colonels and then majors going backwards, you want to start with your highest rank first. So it's not your most powerful. You could have it however you want it, but it just goes by your highest rank. So that's on the appointment section. Under the enhancement section is where you really drill down with these books. I just hit it by accident. God dang it. Oh well, doesn't hurt. But as you can see so far, I've enhanced it to level 20, which gives me a total of 20% infantry boost. 10% was when I reached level 10. Another 10% was when I reached level 20. And if you could see, you can get it all the way up to 40% boost here. And then you can go to your hunter, and that's at level 20, and that's 20% boost there. and then your rider is only at 10%. The rule of thumb, and it seems to be a general rule of thumb, is that in the beginning you've noticed the stronger people in your alliance all buying, not buying, building their getting those helmets and boots, right? The chief gear, the helmet and boots, because that's for your infantry. Your infantry is the first people in contact in a fight and getting shot at, and you want them to have, for example, stronger bulletproof vests, riot shields. Well, the more protection, defense, and health that your infantry have, the longer your whole total troops can stay in the battle and the fight. I'm going to give you an example. Let's go to Apex. No, Mortal Arena. I'm just going to go through a little history one. I'm going to pick someone. This is not to pick on anyone. I'm going to pick on my own team just so that I'm not picking on anyone. And we're just going to play a battle scene real quick. Right here in the front row is your infantry. And the longer they last in the fight, the more rounds that your hunters and your riders and your behemoth can send downrange. So if you're looking closely, you could see some of his infantry is starting to fall. And as they fall, my bullets can now start hitting the riders and my troops can move forward. And eventually move through the riders, and then in the back row are the hunters. And my infantry was still in the fight. So that's the purpose of people building. If you ever looked in here, you'll notice that they're always getting the helmets and the boots, because the helmet is for infantry attack and defense, and so are the boots. If you notice in the badges, I'm just showing all my stuff, but if you notice in the badges, you'll see that people are buying the badges for infantry first, and then the hunters, and then riders come last. It's just in that order, and that order has seemed to work a lot. I'm getting off topic. So going back, if you look at my tree right here, you'll see that it's 23, 20, 15. In that order of my priorities based upon how the game mechanics have worked, I focus 23 because it's my infantry. Second most important to me are my hunters, and then third are my riders. There are some people I know early on, a guy from SMX, Gibby, he had powerful riders. Both Carl and I were stumped, and he used to just defeat us with his powerful riders. So however you want to boost your stats, it's up to you. Maybe doing something different will be a good counter to the norm of focusing on your infantry and then your hunters. His riders were beautiful. They were so powerful. Anyways, so that's an idea of getting your level set up. Enhancement, focus on your infantry, and then your hunters, and then your riders. And if you look, that tree kind of follows the same way. Top left are the hunters, infantry, bottom is the hunters, and then top right are the riders. If you notice, I'm kind of following that same pattern. If you are a rally lead, you want to focus on flag bearer. Why? Because it boosts your rally lethalities for your hunters and your riders and your infantry. If you are a joiner, this is not a primary focus for you, which is good news because you can save your coins and you can save your command manuals and just go on to Vanguard. And Vanguard is your lethality. So we have your infantry defense, and then we have your infantry defense here as well. And what are the differences? Well, in Vanguard, it focuses also on the lethality portion of it as well. So for me, defense is more important than lethality. That's me. That's not the way, but that's just how I see it. Defense keeps you in the fight longer. You have a good to moderate to great. You'll still do well and you'll still hit targets downrange. So, but lethality is definitely a plus. So, in order, priority, defense with strategist, and then vanguard second. If you're a rally lead, you do want to get some stats going in for your flag bearer. And again, if you look, I have generals all the way across the board, and they're not my main heroes because it doesn't matter. It goes by rank, who you select. So try to get your top rows with your highest ranked heroes, and I would recommend starting with this section first, putting your highest ranked here, your 3 highest ranked here, and then go here for your other 3 highest ranked. I'm just touching it here. And then if you're a rally lead, make this your second priority. That gives you a general idea of how the command manuals work, and you have plenty of opportunities. It's still around. Oh, in here there was like that where you could buy the command manuals. And to be honest, I wasn't spending money on it. I was blowing bios, like 15,000 bios to get 10 spins. And that seemed to do well enough. These coins, I kind of mentioned it early in the videos that these coins are going to be expensive. These coins, and you can get them through the bundles. You can get them in some events, I believe. But the best way to get them, the easiest way, the cheapest way, was in your alliance store. Usually it's in this weekend. There's a coin, and I actually have some of these alliance donations available, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that one, as opposed to having to buy it with actual money or buy it. I guess that's it. If you have questions, leave it in the chat. I will respond and get back to you as best as possible. Or if you're in this game in this state, just hit me up. I'm always available to answer questions or just to have back and forth dialogue. Again, I could be all wrong. I'm just going to be sharing what I know. Thanks for watching.